Oisin. Very much traffic there going on. What about his teammate Ansi? Is he on a time lap? Yes, he is. This might put him a few places up. And he crosses the line, goes up to P2. And again, almost identical times with Musty. But he still is ahead of Musty, and Ansi crashes at turn 1. After setting his fastest lap. There's a Haas. Is it F1's out? Yes, it is. He went 1/10 faster through sector 2. He will cross the line in a few seconds, and now he does, and he improves. It's a 1:22.9, 5/10 ahead of Ensei. What a lap by F1's Zauti. After having a disappointing race yesterday in Tier 2, he can now find himself on pole position for now. Oh, the Aston Martin has crashed at the final corner. There's now a Red Bull coming through, and he spins as well. At the final corner, there's so much carnage going on. Sneaks. Now in this last sector as well. Let's hope he won't jinx it, as everyone ahead of him did. He crosses the line and goes up to P5. So it is F1 Zauti ahead of Neon Valilo and Ensei and Musti, the top 4 of qualifying. And we're ready for the final lap of the race, final lap of the season, final race of the season. It's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and for one more time it's lights out and away we go. And I think the Mercedes of Neon Valilo got a bit better start, and the Haas will inch into the lead, and there's contact. Neon Valilo spins around as well as the Ferrari. There's a crash at the back as well. It's Valtiamo, it might be Valtiamo, Josh Tomo in the barriers of turn 1. And goes into P2, Jacobi in P3, and into turn 5, hairpin they go now. Let's look behind. The Ferrari in a fight with the AlphaTauri. There's contact again, and then Alpine going off the track in turn 5. Oh, and I think there's no front wing anymore on the Ferrari, and into turn 6 they go. 6 cars side by side. What great entertainment for now, and there's contact again. The Red Bull going very wide into the barriers. He might have damage out of that. So many cars within 1 second, I believe. But Valtiamo, who leads this little pack. When they're going side by side, the Ferrari is off, and he's into the barriers. And it's a virtual safety car, I believe. Yes, it is a virtual safety car. Oh, what's happened? Musti dives into the pits. Is it a safety car? I believe it is. I can see a yellow dot moving at the front. Josh Tomo right at the back of the McLaren. Down the first ERS straight they go, but he's just not getting close enough. F1's out behind in the top 4 already, and the Alfa Romeo makes the move into turn 6. The McLaren still fights back. He tries to make the switch back, but this couldn't do anything, and F1's out. He spun around again after having good chances to win this race. He's down in P13. So let's see, will Leones pit? Yes, he does. He has to go onto the medium tires, and he almost clips the wall. And Sammy Joe now takes the proper lead of the race. So when will Sammy Joe accelerate on those quite new mediums? And Joe has the best chances to win this race. 14 laps to go. And Sammy Joe is released. He accelerates out of the final corner in P1 ahead of Joe. Jacobi, no position changes. Oh, and Joe is going for the lead of the race now. Down the inside of Sammy Joe into turn 6, into the chicane. He gets ahead of the Williams. The Mercedes running a bit wide. There's contact with the Williams as well. So Joe has come out at the top of this race, and there are 3 abreast going into turn 9. Sammy Joe will not give this one up yet. Sammy Joe now in a fight with Dave Raptors, who got ahead, and there's a crash. It is Sammy Joe spins out at the exit of turn 9. This is absolutely very sad for him after having a brilliant strategy from this safety car. Towards turn 5 they go. Is it Dave Raptors maybe making a move? Yes, he does, and he touches the McLaren. He takes him with him. His brake just too late for this. Let's hope for Jarmo to finally win a race. To finish this season on a high after having so many lows the last races. Having many crashes. And he crashes now! What the hell? This is not... Oh my... Jarmo, what are you doing? This is not okay. Everywhere on the onboard, and Robo's just 2/10 already behind Jacobi. Jarmo, what are you doing? And Robo will take the slipstream with him behind the Mercedes. This is for the lead as well. And now Robo, will he try to make the move around the outside? Yes, he does. He brakes late, stays within the white lines, and will get ahead of the Mercedes. But he has a penalty. Let's look at the Mercedes. He's already half a second behind. And we'll finish for the second race running in P4. And there's Sammy Joe having a big moment through the left-handers and spun around for the second time this race. And Joe picks up third place and says thank you very much. And another thing opens up for him. And Joe closes up all the way to the Mercedes. He goes down to the left. There was almost no space, but just enough to squeeze himself past the Mercedes. Down the out of the chicanes they go. What about Jacobi? He will have the DRS now. There's absolutely crazy battles going on. He will go down the inside as well into turn 9. The Mercedes inside of the Aston Martin. This for P2. This absolutely brilliant racing, and he may be picking up the podium places as well. He will try to go around the outside of the Mercedes, but he can't quite do it. Now, let's look at Joe. Let's look at Robbo. Around the final corner he goes. Brilliant strategy. He wins out the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He finished the season on a high. Let's look back at Joe. He finishes P2. Jacobi in P3. And F1 Zauti now gets up to P2. Since everyone ahead has had penalties. And F1 Zauti quite likes that and finishes in P2. So it is Robbo who takes the final to checkered flag of the final race of the season in season 2 in ERS. F1 Zauti in P2, Joe in P3.